Why do single moms freak out when men don't want them? Well, they do want them, but just for sex, nothing else. Still, they feel like men should want them for a number of reasons. But men are not giving an F. Just like women, especially single moms, care about their own interests, so do men. And raising another man's kid is not one of them. You see, here's another interesting point. When a man uses a single mom for sex, he's automatically a bad person. But when she uses a man for his resources, aka his money in the bank, car, and whatnot, she's a smart woman. Thankfully, many guys these days are not playing this stupid game, and instead of dealing with a woman of this caliber, they go solo and just say no when they realize the woman is in search of help.
So unless you're offering to pay for the babysitter, I'm not going on that date.
I'm not going to ask a to be, pay for my babysitter. I'm expecting you to know to do that for me.
I've had guys ask me, like, can I pay for your babysitter to go out on a date with you? Like,
okay.
All the time. When I tell them, like, I can't because I don't have a babysitter, they're like, I'll pay for one.
Man, these
tripping. I'm not
Paying for the babysitter is simping 101. I mean, what a disgrace to a man's bloodline. Thankfully, this is nothing but an exception. In today's video, we're delving into why men are done with single moms and modern women hate this choice. Looks like freedom of choice does not count now. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Digital Swag. He said, "After my wife divorced me, it took a few years for me to bounce back. Since then, I've completely paid off my house and retired early at the age of 52 while fully funding both of my children's college education. I've been traveling internationally and I'm making plans to live abroad 2 to 3 months at a time. Absolutely living my best life. Her divorcing me was like all the dead weight removing itself." Glad to hear that, brother, and a worthwhile takeaway for any of you guys being pressured to tie the knot in this day and age. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow.
If modern women don't understand why you, as a man, don't want to date single moms, this is the video you gotta show them. Disclaimer, I'm not responsible for their reactions because, let's face it, they'll probably get offended. Extreme cases aside, men are simply not into single moms for easy to understand reasons. This ain't rocket science. First, disturbing, occasionally dominant, or simply troublesome former partners, aka the baby daddy drama. I won't delve into details. My closest friend shares custody of his child with his ex-wife. Let me be direct. They were an ill-fated match and should never have become parents together. Both have since remarried and found much greater happiness. However, due to their son, their lives remain intertwined until the end. And their mutual animosity persists. It's mind-boggling to see men who put their dicks in the wrong place. But hey, to each their own, I guess. Second, legal mandates sometimes restrict one parent from relocating to a different city without the consent of the other parent and the court's approval. The freedom feminism wanted, right? Nah, that's cap. That's for women. Now you, as a man, gotta reside where the government wants. What a clown world. I tend to roam, while women often seek stability. The presence of children, along with former partners and custody disputes, frequently requires single parents to navigate legal obstacles should they wish to relocate to be with the new partner. This adds complexity when considering a move for career prospects or the job hunt for a new partner. Third, let me tell you a personal story. Back in my hometown, there's a single mother friend whom I find captivating. We have a genuine fondness for each other, and she matches what I seek in a partner. However, there's a significant hurdle. I live halfway across the nation. She can't relocate here due to her child's father residing there, and he has no intentions of leaving her place. Consequently, she'll be rooted there for the next 14 years until her child reaches legal adulthood. Given the lack of job opportunities in my field there, I won't uproot myself merely to work in a service position. The outcome is clear. Thank God I put myself first over her. At the end of the day, she doesn't really deserve my VIP treatment, and I'd rather have my own kids. 4. Certain single moms find themselves in their situation due to personal shortcomings and lack of maturity. Some made regrettable choices concerning relationships and sexual encounters. You know, the sex was good and the man came inside. Others went through divorce for valid reasons. These individuals may exhibit instability and deep-seated issues. 5. The majority of single mothers appear to seek a partner with a promising career and stable professional prospects, as this is deemed optimal for raising children. Admittedly, I haven't avidly pursued such a path. My views on success and contentment differ significantly from mainstream American values, perhaps the source of my high-end contentment, which tends to be a substantial turnoff for most American women, especially those with children, as parenting necessitates financial resources. In other words, they don't want you, they want your money. And 6, concluding a relationship with a single mother can prove emotionally taxing when parting ways with her children, unless maintaining a friendly connection is feasible, which 9 out of 10 times is not. Numerous single mothers, especially as they approach the age of 40, have decided against having more children. This is a natural progression. Conversely, most men, irrespective of age, experience a fundamental biological urge to father a child who shares their genetic makeup. This instinct is deeply rooted in primal tendencies for many men. Likewise, men may instinctually be hesitant to raise children fathered by another man. On some level, this traces back to primitive instincts and group dynamics. I'm not condoning it, but it's a fact of reality. Many men eventually overcame this bias, women seem less inclined to it, and I commend their resilience. Yet, men frequently grapple with the notion of that's someone else's genetic material. It's an aspect of basic animal psychology, nothing personal.
But in reality, they do.
No,
and
they
that's
don't.
it. It doesn't happen. It does
No,
happen.
they don't.
Maybe that's what you think,
No, they
but
don't.
I agree they do.
Because it's a
You
headache of
settle
your
down with them.
ex-partner.
I believe you could actually like sit men down and they'd say no, that the
I
majority
don't
of them.
agree. I don't agree. I've seen.
And now that's delusional because you're in denial of the truth, because
No,
that
I'm
is
not
the
in
truth.
denial. So you believe that
I believe you can
be...
find a man in the top 20% and you'd be an exceptionally rare case. But if you sat 10 men down here, majority, if not all of them, would say they don't want to raise someone else's child.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's true.
You see, women are told to do whatever they want, and society will accept that without batting an eye. But when men want to date childless women, these modern women go ballistic, as if your belief was heresy. What can you expect from the religion of feminism? Anyway, a man's declaration that he won't date certain groups of women, whether it's based on specific physical attributes like hair color or height, or factors like, well, having children, might seem like self-imposed limitations. However, it's important to recognize that his dating preferences are his own, and while he could potentially miss out on wonderful connections, in reality, not so many. It's ultimately his personal choice. It's intriguing how, after a generation of articles emphasizing that sexual attraction is an intrinsic aspect beyond alteration, there's now a surge of opinions urging people to pursue certain types of relationships. Focusing on the topic of dating single mothers, let's have an honest conversation, for real. Raising children who already exist is a significant undertaking within a relationship. While the love for kids is boundless for every decent parent out there, the reality is that raising children demands substantial financial resources, unceasing care, and constant guidance. It's not uncommon for men to feel unprepared to become fathers to their own children when the time comes. Setting aside any evolutionary arguments concerning the challenges of raising someone else's offspring, the sheer responsibility of joining a pre-existing family dynamic and establishing a role can be overwhelming. especially knowing that the woman can leave at any given time without a problem, making you lose access to her and the kids you formed a bond with. Pretty bad deal, if you ask me. Considering these realities, it's no surprise that many men have reservations about dating single mothers or are highly selective about such scenarios. This viewpoint isn't a critique of single moms, it's a reflection of the fact that love me and my kids entails more complexity than love me, particularly in the early stages of a relationship. Early relationship phases are typically dedicated to mutual exploration, aka hooking up here and there, and understanding and adding the role of caring for a child amplifies the commitment required.
If you're dating a single mom, just know that she don't like you. She just needs help. There's nothing you could do to surprise her, impress her. She done been through it all. She got kids. She's looking for somebody to help her out, take care of them badass kids, and pay them bills. Real shit. You're basically a walking ATM, nothing else. Like, that's it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna invest a lot into those kids, into her, and as soon as the baby daddy come back and he's ready to act right, your stupid ass is on the curb, straight up.
When you're a single mother and you get married, you get all the benefits. And he had so it's like we get bailed out of a bad decision. Like, you made a poor choice, and instead of taking your bed and lying in it, you get bailed out by some simp.
Why?
I came across a sort of article from a man that explains why he doesn't want to date single moms. Trust me, it's funny as hell. Let's check it out. I haven't received enough flack this week, so I think I'll dabble into some taboo territory. You can find articles all over the internet on virtually every dating website on why you should date single mothers, or why single mothers are awesome, or why single mothers will rock your world. But I call bullshit on every single one of them. Why? I thought you'd never ask. Let's start with priorities. Whenever I enter a relationship, I make my lover or significant other the top priority in my life. This is a person I'm considering sharing the rest of my life with, my family with, and possibly starting a new family with. I have to act like they're going to be a part of the family. Well, virtually every single mom writes this on her dating profile. My kids will always be the top priority in my life, and that will never change. Well, right off the bat, I'm getting a raw deal. So, do I get to make her not my top priority in my life as well? So that's cool if I make her lower on the list than tennis, golf, football, or video games? My dog? My cats?
Access to sex. Men control access to relationships.
Facts.
We get to pick who goes inside of us. So if you're not picking good men, like, I don't feel bad for you if you end up a single mom.
Alright, let's dive into the realm of priorities because, you know, women are all about themselves and how selective they are. When it comes to relationships, I go all in. My partner takes the spotlight in my life. It's about sharing our future, building a family, and potentially starting a brand new chapter together. I've got to treat them as someone who will be my side through thick and thin, right? But here's the twist. Scrolling through dating profiles, it's hard to miss the familiar line, my kids will always be the top priority in my life, and that will never change. Now, hold on a second. Isn't that already setting things off on an uneven footing? I mean, shouldn't it be a two-way street? Can I also shuffle her down the priority ladder? Can I swap her for my other passions? Tennis, golf, football, video games, and even my four-legged companions? Nah, that's evil. The point is, it's intriguing how, in the world of dating, priorities often come with a twist. Women rightfully prioritize their children. That's a given. But what about us, fellas? Isn't it only fair for us to prioritize ourselves just like women prioritize their kids? I'm not saying it's an apples-to-apples comparison, but hear me out. Imagine entering a relationship where, right from the get-go, it's established that the little ones will always be front and center. Now, don't get me wrong, I respect that immensely. Kids are a monumental responsibility. But what about me? Shouldn't my feelings and desires also get a spot in the limelight? You see, there's a peculiar disconnect here. As a guy, it's like I'm signing up an unequal game where her top spot is already taken, and I'm left figuring out where I fit in. Where do you fit in, really? Yeah, everywhere money's involved. You're not even a stepdad, you're the walking ATM. Now, I'm not suggesting that it's unreasonable for moms to prioritize their children. That's a given, and it's absolutely the right thing to do. But why is it that when we men prioritize ourselves, it can sometimes raise eyebrows? Shouldn't we be granted the same latitude to look out for our own interests, passions, and aspirations? Shouldn't it be okay for us to say, hey, I'm going to put myself first in some areas because, well, I matter too? Let's break it down further. Women, you've got this powerful bond with your kids, and it's a beautiful thing. But don't we deserve the same level of respect for the things that matter to us? Why does it often seem like we're expected to play a supporting role while the leading role is already filled? Shouldn't we be allowed to bring our own passions, hobbies, and pursuits into the equation without feeling like we're overshadowed? In this world where priorities shape the course of our relationships, let's challenge the norm a bit. Let's assert that just as women rightfully place their children at the top of their list, we too should feel entitled to place ourselves there too. It's not about undermining anyone's role or responsibility, it's about balancing the scales. So, let's ditch the double standards and embrace a fresh perspective that recognizes that our priorities matter too. After all, isn't it high time that both sides of the equation are equally respected? Nope, that ain't happening anytime soon. Let's keep on reading. Well, dating single mothers isn't cheap. They don't have a ton of cash to spend, so the guy usually ends up paying for everything. So much for the modern day where men and women split the check. And again, zero credit. Chivalry isn't dead, but it's definitely on its last breath because chivalry used to at least come with the satisfaction of recognition. Now, it's just something that's either expected or ridiculed, neither of which comes with any respect. Single moms work so hard for their money, you don't understand. Right, I didn't work at all for my money, it just fell out of the sky onto my straight male lap. Surely, more would have fallen if I was also white. Let's talk baby daddy drama. Every single mother has a baby daddy out there somewhere unless he's gone up and died somewhere along the way. Even if he left out of the blue without a letter, there's always a chance baby daddy will come back and he most likely will not welcome your presence. I'm sorry, it's not my fault that it didn't work out between you two and you went your separate ways, but I still have to deal with the mess. That's taking time away from our already precious little time together, or making part of said time together way less enjoyable than it ought to be. That's just not how any person, man or woman, wants a relationship to be. Lastly, many single mothers have no interest in having more kids. Understandable, they've already got their hands full with the kids already present. But this presents a problem for me. I want my own kids, my kids. I want to start a family. If a woman can't or won't provide that, then I'll jump ship every time, constant as gravity. I have the right to have children and a family of my own just as much as she does, and I won't leave my baby mama single with the kid in tow.
She finally wants him after she becomes a single mom.
Yes, we. Don't you got a nephew? Ain't I a single mother? Yeah, we.
First off, did I say all single moms? I don't think I said all single moms. I'm talking about a specific group of single moms.
Okay, baby, well, explain to me. I'm waiting to hear this.
Okay. So, you have women out here who, when they was younger, they had a certain type of guy. A certain type, whether he was a hood dude, street dude, gangster, whatever the case it was. She had a certain type of dude. Let that dude hurt her, cheat on her, all these things. And consistently got pregnant by these dudes, had they babies. Now, that guy that she overlooked when she was younger, the guy that wasn't good enough, wasn't acceptable when she was younger, oh, now she wants that guy to be the guy to accept her for who she is now. Accept all her past issues, her being broken, her trust issues, her insecurities, and also her trust and accept her kids and her. Nah, she'll be alright. Nah.
Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.